Another individual on the domestic terrorism side of things, so not necessarily internationally terroristic in nature, but Schuyler Barbeau, someone that you're familiar with.
Are you, Schuyler, a danger as you've been portrayed to the public?
Not to the public, only to those who wish to do harm. I consider myself to be like a sheepdog against the wolves. The only people I'm a threat to are people that have evil intents.
Did you guys hear what Frank Montoya said? Special Agent Frank Montoya? Did you hear what he said? Another individual on the domestic terrorist side of things. Special Agent Frank Montoya is one of those individuals who will, rob his own grandmother if it advances his own career. And that's what he did, is he tried to make a domestic terrorist out of Schuyler in order to advance his own career. Special Agent Frank Montoya is the worst of humanity. He's a do-gooder. The road to hell is paved with good intentions, and I doubt very seriously that Special Agent Frank Montoya even had good intentions. He's just evil through and through. But anyway, he tries to tell the city, the big city that was interviewing him on this big television news report, that he loses sleep every night because he's thinking about domestic terrorists like Schuyler Barbeau. What an absolute joke Frank Montoya is. Anyway, let's get on to the point of the video. On the Year of Jubilee website, we've got the address that you can write to the Honorable Judge Richard A. Jones. And I put together a draft. I would like to zoom in on this, and I want you guys' feedback. So I want to make this maybe not more than 2 pages. Right now it's only 1 page. But I'm going to zoom in. Let's go to 200%. Yeah, can you guys read that? I could probably even go more, right? Let's go 250. All right, so I'm going to read this letter, and let me know what you guys think. You got to put the judge's address. It's got to have his name, and it's got to have his case number. Okay, so you guys got to get that information in there, or they won't know how to file it. Dear Judge, now let me say this. I know the judge is probably evil as hell. I know the prosecutors, but when you've got a brother who's been captured by the enemy, right? You write a letter, and you write it from your heart. And even Moses asked Pharaoh to let his people go. It didn't matter what Moses thought of Pharaoh. He did ask, right? And so that's what I'm doing. Normally, I don't like to compromise with these judges or these prosecutors or these evil bastards in government, right? But, I will ask them, right? I will humbly and sincerely ask them to do the right thing. Now, if they choose not to do the right thing, that's on them. But I came to them in a very humble spirit, and I asked them and tried to express my heart, right? And so this letter is from my heart, and it's the truth. But at the same time, you can use my wording if you want to take this as a draft for your own letter. But we need to flood that courthouse with letters. If nothing else, it shows the judge that a lot of people are watching. Anyway, let me read the letter, and then I want you guys' feedback. Dear Judge Richard A. Jones, my name is Rudy Davis, and I'm a Bible-believing follower of the Lord Jesus Christ. I understand that you will be sentencing Schuyler Barbeau on September the 1st at 9 a.m. in your courtroom. My wife Erin and I have communicated with Schuyler several times via telephone, Corlink's prison emails, and United States Postal Service letters. My wife and I have found Schuyler to be a perfect gentleman that is articulate, humble, talented both in writing and drawing. I should probably put an and there. We also understand that Schuyler served honorably in the military, I should say for 8 years, and has dedicated much of his young life to stand up for the underdog. We have learned that Schuyler is also a believer in the Bible and a follower of the Lord Jesus. We have grown to have a great deal of love and respect for Schuyler, and we don't for a second believe that Schuyler is in any way dangerous to society. We believe that he was targeted by an overzealous FBI agent. My wife and I are also very aware of corruption within our governmental system and would recommend the following books for you, as we don't believe Schuyler is the only innocent person who has been politically targeted by a corrupt government. The titles are below. License to Lie, Exposing Corruption in the Department of Justice by Sidney Powell. Not Guilty, The Unlawful Prosecution of United States Senator Ted Stevens by Rob Carey. The Terror Factory, Inside the FBI's Manufactured War on Terrorism by Trevor Aronson. The Kennel, Exposing the Prison Industrial Complex from Inside by Kent Hovind. Rise of the Warrior Cop, The Militarization of America's Police Forces by Radley Balco. It is also my understanding that Schuyler has no prior record. It is also my understanding that his 2 charges are building a fully auto gun and possessing a short barrel rifle, both of which can carry a 10-year prison sentence. I am not sure if you are a firearms enthusiast or not. So many times people who get excited about restricting firearms know very little about the topic. I would request that you please watch the YouTube videos below: AR pistols versus short-barreled rifles, slide fire stock, incredible bump fire, Franklin Armory binary firing system. These videos all show legal facsimiles of fully auto firearms and short-barrel rifles, and the differences between legal and illegal is barely perceptible in the practical sense. But you are now in a position to sentence Schuyler to prison for many years for a so-called crime that has no victim. My wife Erin and I sincerely ask that you sentence Schuyler to time served, knowing that he has almost spent 2 years in prison already and will spend the rest of his life as a felon. He will not be able to own a gun or be around guns. As a felon, it will now be difficult for Schuyler to get a job, rent an apartment, or apply for a loan. Schuyler has had an exemplary life so far, and we ask for your mercy on this situation, and please release Schuyler to his family on September the 1st, where he can be reunited with those that love and respect him. Thank you, and may the Lord guide you in your decision. Aaron and Rudy Davis, and I give my phone number. So we ask that you do the same. That's the address. You've got to put his name, Schuyler Barbeau, as well as his case number, 15-CR-391-RAG. Don't forget to take time out and write your letter. You have all the way to September, but you might as well do it now before you forget. Don't put it on the back burner and forget about it. In closing, I want to say that the last line of peaceful defense between a tyrannical government and the defendant is jury nullification. Educate yourself about jury nullification at fija.org. Thank you.